our diet is the most important thing, okay, especially when it comes to illness, because if we fill up on junk food like Kentucky Fried Chicken, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Burger King, ice cream, we are not getting the fiber that we need. Here's my outsider.
Exactly. You need to have a healthy diet so that if you do have anything wrong with you, you're having a bad diet can be ruled out and they can get to the bottom of it quicker. And sometimes if you have a bad diet, that can be the only thing that's wrong with you. So making sure that you have a good diet is always important.
Okay, now, we must eat the right foods, like cereal, fruit, toast, fruit and juice. Now that is a healthy breakfast. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, cereal is always good. You can also have some yogurt and fruit. Always important to have a bit of fruit in the morning and some water because you need to stay hydrated.
Okay, we will get to the importance of drinking the right fluids in a moment, but moving on from breakfast, okay? Before we move on from breakfast, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and breakfast is when we break the fast from the meal the following evening. Here's my outsider.
Yes, it's always important to have breakfast. You don't want to skip breakfast, otherwise you'll be hungry and maybe your stomach will hurt and then you'll end up having maybe too big of a lunch. So it's good to spread it out.
Okay, and what shouldn't we have for breakfast, ladies and gentlemen? Donuts? No. Bacon and egg McMuffins from McDonald's or Hungry Jack's? No. Gravy, bacon and eggs and hash browns? Nasty. Here's my outsider.
Yes, it's always important if you can make breakfast at home. It'll always be healthier than having it out most of the time. So maybe some cereal or toast or yogurt, like we said before.
So we'd like to hear from you what you would have for breakfast. Let me know down below here. Here's my outsider.
Yes, let us know what you guys have for breakfast and maybe some suggestions that Barry can maybe try at some stage.
This is episode 162 here. The time is 17 minutes past 1 o'clock here on Tuesday afternoon here. Now moving on from breakfast, and now it's time to talk about lunch. We should all have a good, healthy, wholesome lunch. Here's my outsider.
Yes, it's important to have something that will give you energy at lunch so that you can make it to dinner time and the rest of the day. What would you say gives you energy at lunch, Barry?
Okay, a good, healthy sandwich with some salad or some cold meat or some canned fish. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, you can also have maybe some carbs to give you energy, like pasta or the bread from the sandwich, like Barry said. Also important to have some vegetables and water to keep hydrated.
Okay, now what isn't good for lunch, guys? Crazy fish and chips. Yuck.
Not good.
Pizza Hut. No. It's okay to have everything, but everything in moderation, guys. Here's my outsider.
Yes, it's important to treat yourself sometimes, and maybe if you're in a rush, you can get some of those foods that Barry mentioned. But as long as you're eating majority of those healthy foods, you should be good.
Okay, so the importance of eating the right food, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's really important. Don't pack junk food in the lunchbox. Here's my outsider.
Yes, it's important to make sure that you are bringing your lunch if you're going out instead of buying it if you want to stay healthy, to maintain your diet, and you don't buy something that's unhealthy because it's quick. Yeah.
Now, if you've ever been to a fish and chip shop and you've had fish and chips that have been oily and greasy, they can give you a stomach ache pretty soon after you've eaten the meal. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely feel when you've had bad food. It only tastes good while it's in your mouth, not when it's in your stomach. Isn't that right?
It could be that the fish is oily and greasy. Here's my outsider.
Yes, the grease from the fish is not good for your stomach. You're better off having something more wholesome.
Because you don't want to end up in the men's or ladies' room or afternoon.
No, you don't.
Here's my outsider.
Yeah, you want to be able to have your lunch and enjoy your lunch and then go do something else the rest of the day and not have to think about it.
Another thing that is bad, okay, we all love it, okay, it's pizza. Now, if you've had Pizza Hut, okay, and the pepperoni is all greasy and it's all greasy and oily, and there's stuff dripping off the base, that is not a good sign. Here's my outsider.
Or you can make pizza from home if you want. That's less greasy if you just get a healthy pizza base and put it in the oven. But if you're getting pizza from places like Pizza Hut, it might be very greasy and have the same issue as the fish and chips.
Because you've got to be careful, guys. Now, the last thing on a healthy food is dinner. Now, please choose something wisely, guys. Okay, like a vegetable dish. Here's my outsider.
Yes, it's important to have a healthy dinner and not have too big of a dinner, because then when you're sleeping, your body has to try and break it down while it's keeping you asleep, and then in the morning you might not feel as good for breakfast, which is an important meal.
Okay, and make sure you chew your food thoroughly and slowly, which we'll get onto in a moment, and we will close the show with that tip. Alright, so as we said, with all the free meals, guys, okay, please do watch what you're eating, okay, because you don't want to be feeling sick in the middle of the night. Here's my outsider.
Yes, that's very true. You want to make sure that you're setting yourself up to have a good sleep and then a good next day after dinner.
And now here's the closing segment. Don't gobble your food, so gobble your food.